Welcome to the How Did You Learn to Do That podcast. Can't wait to have you listen to this episode. And in the meantime, I'd love for you to follow us on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. It'll really help us grow. You can also connect with me, info at how did you learn to do that, info at theconsultingass.com, as well as follow me on LinkedIn at Anjeza Mohammed. I'm sharing with you the real life truth, the behind the scenes, the wins, the failures, the everything in between, and the hard truth of building the consulting nest. I'm building in public because I want to showcase the truths of building a business. I want to inspire you, but also give you the reality of what it's like and having the resilience that you need to continue building a business and being an entrepreneur is really important. So I'm excited to delve right into that. So up until now, we've talked about everything that's gone on since the start of the consulting net, since conception up until the end of 2024. I'm excited because 2025 is going to be an explosive growth year. I can already feel it. I had this sense early in 2024 that next year is going to be it. And I'm starting to see that. I'm starting to see the connection points. I'm starting to see the dots connecting. I'm starting to see the right people connecting with me, connecting with the consulting nest as well. And I'm also really excited about bringing the consulting nest forward, which for sure, I mean, I've always been excited, but I haven't had this type of electrifying energy that I have this year. And I love this podcast. And I'm so excited I brought this back because this is really home for me. I really feel natural doing this podcast. It really feels comfortable for me. And I just love connecting with all of you and just being honest, not editing, not filtering, not trying to make it look perfect. A couple episodes ago, I think it was, yeah, a couple episodes ago, I was yawning nonstop. And I didn't edit it out. It's just the truth. It's reality. We're all tired sometimes and yawning. It's just our body reminding us to take a break. Um, and so I'm going to talk about from January to February because that's where we are now. We're at the end of February here. And I'm going to talk to you about what I've been up to the last 2 months. So the last 2 months, I made myself a clear promise. The promise was that I was going to do more video content. I was going to focus on posting four to six times a week, and not making my posts pretty. I just always used to get worked up about my posts being on trend or being perfect when I was building this podcast back in the day. But now I just realized I'm just going to share whatever's on my mind. I'm going to do real life posting. I post on Mondays. I share about this podcast going live, and it's kind of the same post every week. And I want that to stay consistent because when people see that post with that image, they're going to know it's a new episode. And I want that image to kind of always remind people that the episode is live. I'm going to share a couple of video contents with a little bit of hacks and little stories about me and sort of a little bit about my journey. I want to share building in public. So I do share about when I did my last webinar, I shared a picture of it. Um, and and yeah, and I do want to touch on this because we're in a really interesting time here in public health. In the US, that public health is very much under attack. Science is very much under attack. US aid has had a huge funding cut, so lots of people have been laid off. People in public health are feeling really anxious about their jobs, about their careers. With the US saying they're going to withdraw from the World Health Organization, that's really weird. It's very like that's so strange. And the impacts and the significant impacts that are going to happen and ripple across generations to follow are significant. And it's scary. So I've been able to take what I'm building with the consulting nets and provide a real supportive place for people that are going through this. When I ran the mentorship workshop a couple in early February, I had over 85 people register. And I had over 40, I think in the end, it ended up being 46 people that actually showed up, which is the most people that I've ever had in one of my webinar sessions. And it was amazing. But hearing the stories from people just saying, like, just lost my job. I'm looking for what's next. I'm looking to invest in my future. It's a really difficult thing to consider. Um, But I feel grateful that I have this place where I can support, mentor, and guide people. And honestly, the truth behind the consulting nest and why I wanted to build it is because I wanted to give people the opportunity to do something different, to build their life differently. When there's surprise things that happen in life, like being laid off or an expense coming up, I wanted people to have a place they can go to generate a bit of income, to support them in that transition. Or if they felt their workplace was too toxic, I wanted them to find a place that they could build a bit of a bridge between their current workplace and their future workplace and not feel stressed about the money, but take care of themselves and their health and know that there's a place that they can go to support themselves. So, in the last 2 months, what I've been really doing is focusing on my LinkedIn branding, my LinkedIn strategy, sharing, connecting with the right people, really engaging with people, running the workshop. I've also been building my community, which is live. You can join the community now. You can send me an email at info@theconsultingdance.com, or you can also follow me on LinkedIn and you can see the link there as well. And so, yeah, so I'm building the community. I built my newsletter, The Bold Path, which I'm so excited about. I've always wanted a newsletter and I've always put it off because it intimidated me. But I finally just did it. I built it on the Beehive platform, which is an amazing and easy to use platform. And I just pushed out my fourth newsletter this morning. Um, and it was amazing. I was so excited. And yeah, and so my plans for the next year are very clear. My plans are to launch the community. Next month, I want to launch the transformation first cohort of the transformational program. Following that, I want to bring back the marketplace. I want to connect with non-traditional public health organizations to see if they'd like to hire public health consultants for initiatives and programs that kind of gives people a different way to look at things. Um, and yeah, and so I've brought on someone that is just we're just testing out some marketing things. So we'll see how that goes. Um, but I feel like I'm in a bit of a rhythm. I don't feel like I'm having to do all the things at once. And previously, I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this and do that. And I was burning myself down and feeling like I was constantly failing. But now I have a very clear thing that I have to do every week. I've got to load the podcast onto all the platforms. I got to create the content for all of that. I got to do my newsletter, and then I got to do my content for the week. Right now, I am focusing on building out the community as well, which I'm really excited about doing that. Um, and yeah, and so that's where I'm at currently. The one thing that I want to talk about is that going forward in the now that we've kind of recapped everything, we're up to present day, is I'm going to do a 2 to 3 week recap of what I'm up to. But not only that, I am also going to be talking about um I'm also going to be sorry, my microphone is just like moving on its own. I'm also going to be talking about one thing that is something that I want to talk about, something that's live for me, something that I'm dealing with. And I want to give you guys a little behind the scenes about that. I also still want to know about what you want to know. So I want you to interact with me, send me an email, send me a message on LinkedIn. Let me know, what do you want to hear about? What are you interested to learn more about? And I'd love to learn about that. Um, and I really am so excited to do that because I know I've been just trying to get everybody up to speed, but I'm excited to actually share with you guys what's next. I'm excited to share with you guys in real life what I'm dealing with and what's going on, um, and my planning and what's live for me. All right. So I hope to see you guys in the community. I hope to see you subscribing, reviewing the podcast to help us grow both on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you have any questions, connect with me on LinkedIn and ask me, and I'd be happy to connect with you. All right. We'll chat soon. Bye bye.